Good morning, everyone. It's Fred, the real girl from Gallifrey. Just wanted to do a real quick thoughts video for you on Elden Ring. I finally have a good feel for it, I think. Unintentional dodge. Got my timing all sorts of wrong. Yep. Nope. Oh, that hurt. Whoops. Blocking on the target. Always helpful. Ouch. Ouch. I'm gonna die again. Yep. Okay. Lock on target. Lock on target. Oh my gosh. That brought everybody. Do not hit the man with the horn. At 40 hours of gameplay, it's been extraordinarily fun to learn. Whoopsie. It is my very first Souls game. I'm also a fairly new gamer. I've only been playing video games for a few years, so kind of jumping in with both feet on things. Like I said, definitely having a lot of fun with this. I didn't look into it a lot because I kind of wanted to come into it without any preconceived notions. I did hear from other gamers how frustrating it can be, but I highly recommend it personally. It has a lot of variety. There are constantly things to do, plenty of enemies to fight, lots of different places to explore. Be a thing. Back down this way and go around. Tree. This environment is interesting. One of the cons about the game that I found is that there isn't any type of quest line that is visually there for you, so it is hard to keep track of what it is that you need to do to be able to progress. But at the same time, there's constantly something to do, somewhere to go, new things to find. You can easily get to places where you're not supposed to be yet, and die more often than maybe you normally would. I started out with the samurai. Looks good to me. As my starting character, with the katana and a bow. Figured I'd get a feel for both long range and melee combat with the sword. Ended up giving up on the bow a little bit and found a Bloodhound's Fang sword that I really enjoy using. Yeah, I cheated. The dodges, the combinations with the swords, being able to wield them one-handed or two-handed, and it changes the attacks, changes the power of the attacks. I find that really nice. The combat from the enemies, the patterns that the bosses have, and learning those. So, get rid of boss man here. What that combination was. I'm not dead yet, you bastard. right. That is satisfying. Anticipate their movements and fight accordingly rather than being reactionary. Something that I am still working on, but it does make it engaging. Even the non-boss enemies, the mobs, and just the random things that you come across have a very good fighting style as well. Right, so at least you have warning when they show up. They aren't bad when you do it right, you know, instead of playing like a noob. Sneaky. Still taking too many hits. Those bastard archers. Okay. Nope. You had your chance. You blew it. It's not just mindlessly poking at you. There are patterns to it. They do seem to work together. When you have more than one enemy there, they will offset themselves. And I find that very fun. Frustrating, but fun. Whoops. Wrong button. I have received so much help from the people watching my videos, people in chat with me, to kind of be directed in certain directions, to certain areas, different tricks to find where I should go for things and figure out the materials that you need to upgrade your weapons. It's not impossible to figure out on one's own if somebody was just to pick it up and start playing it. I would say definitely just stick with it, try to work through it. Personally, when I'm fighting and dying and fighting and dying, I will leave, go back and go do something else for a little while and then come back and try it again. But definitely just requires, it's a game that requires a lot of patience. Ouch. That was better. That was better. Can't. I mean, it's not awful. There is still so much I haven't touched. There's some crafting elements to it that I haven't dealt with, more than just a little bit of crafted some arrows, crafted a couple of fire bombs. Let's make a couple of these and I can make one. Oh, because I only have one cracked pot. Okay. But there are a lot of materials out in the world, so I feel like crafting should be a bigger element than how I've been doing it. So I will definitely continue playing it and learn more. There is only one major boss that I've dealt with, Margit, and apparently he was not the best boss to start with. That was the one thing that I picked up when I was looking at the game and watching a couple other things just to kind of have a feel for the initial functionality of the game, was that the Grace has light that comes off it to direct you where to go. I would not recommend doing that after having played it. You can be aware of it, but don't use that as your guide. I went into it as, okay, this is the direction you're supposed to go, and playing it as a linear game And that's not how that particular mechanic works. There are directions that it does tell you you can go, but not the best idea to follow straight away, because it depends on which grace you find first, and what order you take those in, and you'll end up going in different directions. So yeah, like I said, very much enjoying the game, enjoying the fights, enjoying learning, and I've appreciated all of the help that I've gotten. I do recommend anybody to play the game if you enjoy combat, if you enjoy visuals of the game, the environment, and just looking around and exploring. I will say there's not enough loot laying around in the world. There's runes all over the place. Runes just laying around, no big deal. Okay. Room. Pick up all the things. Ouch. Fragments and, like I said, crafting materials, but not enough loot. So I think there's enough out there about the game that you could figure out where to get what you need if you had a specific idea of what you wanted to do with it. But I've definitely had a lot of fun just wandering around and figuring it out. So, like I said, highly recommend it, and hope you enjoy watching me play. Nope. Are we getting him? Did we get him? Yes! Ha! Finally. Finally. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. That was awesome.